They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go. Wait, 20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Orange! Let's go. Wait!
Here's Brady. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. On 2nd down, Freeman. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go.
On third down, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Prescott to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 47. 26.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 48. 47.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Zach Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Pierre Garçon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
50. No, 66.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Brady. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Here's Marquette King now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. Brown with a stick skills. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st. and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
It's coming now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here go 46. Swing to the pit, right. To the right.
Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here go 47. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Like 20. Like 20.
On first down, Brady. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Brady now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
.30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Now he steps away. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
46. There we go. 46.
Second down, Prescott. He hits Herndon over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. This is Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now Mack. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
50.
A first down carry now for Miller. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Brady to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now Austin. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Wide in.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
47. Wide in. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mack. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Let's finish now. 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
Now we'll carry from back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott off play action. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Brady now on first down. Allen has it, left side. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And cuts out right sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 41 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Sound! 20! 20! Here we go.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
New York Set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here you go.
They'll run with Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Swing to the fit, right. To the right. Here we go, 47. 26.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll run it here. And a short gain down to about the 33. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 180. 186.
Now Prescott. And Tate's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. One final try now for Brady. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
right.